Alrighty, Lumberjacks, welcome back to another logging from scratch episode. Last time we were playing, we had just unloaded a whole bunch of crappy looking trees, to say the least. Oh, I never noticed how pretty these lights were on the back of this thing. Sorry, slight distraction. Yeah, so we also did a little bit of a run at the end of the last one where we were looking at another group of trees that we wanted to cut down, just because there was another little foresty area. And I think that's pretty much the last little foresty area that we got before we're going to have to maybe buy a new block. I'm thinking about that one over there. There's a lot of trees in that area, so possibly. It's possibly an idea. Let's see if we can climb this hill. Oh yeah, like a boss. Come on, little train that could. Alright, so we're just going to drive this forwarder up the street here. Which apparently in Europe it's a pretty common thing. Driving forwarders and processors and all that stuff up and down streets is apparently somewhat acceptable, so that's alright. Then again, I guess we drive tractors and other strange graders and farm equipment here, so I can't see it being all that different. A lot of the chicks look like dudes in this. I don't know if that was intentional. That one looks more like a chick. Chicks and dudes. Okay, so, oh, I think that was actually our spot, wasn't it? Is it up here? Yeah, this is the spot. Okay, so before we bring the forwarder in there, we're going to have to go do some felling. So the question is, where do we want to fall this stuff in order to pick it up the best? Probably not towards the tracks. Oh, we got a bit of wood we can grab there, too. Let's fall it all towards the center. That's what I'm thinking. Now, that's a big tree, that one, so... I don't want to fall it on the tracks. And I don't want to fall it into people's homes. What are we going to do? We almost have to, like, top it or something. Can you get up there? Jumped a little bit. Oh, look at us. Look at us. We're climbing the tree. We were an arborist for a few seconds there. Okay, let's try to climb the tree again. Want to climb the tree. Let me up the tree. I almost need like a lift thing. Oh, apparently not. Now, can I cut it when I'm this close to it? That's the real question. Oh, yes. Oh, this is very interesting cutting, isn't it? Just trying to grab some screenshots as it falls because it looks funny. Oh, that's interesting. Well, we did something here. Okay. I'm not even sure how that happens. What have we done? Alright, well, now it's, it looks like it's leaning this way, so it's going to want to go towards the tracks, but I don't think it's long enough to hit the tracks, so let's just knock her down and see what happens here. Whoop. Did we get any on the tracks? Nope. Nice. Alright, let's trim these up. I would like to just cut them, like, pretty long and see what we can actually fit on that forwarder. There we go. Yeah. So that's actually a very long piece. So we're gonna cut that right in the middle, which is about here. There we go. So I'll have two half decently long pieces. Even that one's actually pretty excessive. Let's should we half that one? I don't want to have it. I want to keep it in good shape. So let's just take a chunk out of it. There we go. That looks more reasonable. Sure, I can make that work. Alright, now let's follow the rest of them all inward as well. We'll make a big pile in the center. Yeah, good enough. That's kind of another little bit of a... Well, it's not big, but bigger-ish, I guess. Let's see if we can knock these uphill here. Bloop. There we go. And I'm just gonna, oop. Just want to knock this a little bit off here. There we go. And we're gonna cross pile these. Professional faller. Look at us knocking this stuff down proper. Alright, so where's the length on that one? Right about here, I'm gonna cut it. We'll knock it right there. Perfect. What's this? Little extra limbs on there. Like mine with a side of extra limbs, please. There we go. Now I'm trying to think in my head where I want to go to next after we clear all this. I think we could... I don't really want to sell all this land back, but I might sell part of it back. Because I kind of want to keep my weird little shop. I want to kind of have my own little sawmill. That sounds weird, but it's kind of what I want to do. That little area that we cut out by the football field there is kind of where I want to have our own little log yard, and then we bring our wood in, our decked wood in droves basically afterwards. So I'm gonna keep hauling all the wood back there and stockpiling it in groups. I don't know, just to do something different. And we're gonna start our own FDR Logging sawmill in the middle of nowhere. Why not? Why not indeed? Aw. We got a top out of that. Oh well. We can put that with that little extra bit down here. Can I pick that piece up? No, it's too heavy. Too heavy. Oh, that's a long piece, so let's give it a snip right about here. Looks good. Now we're getting quite the little pile here. Look at that. Look at us go. Just stocking them up. A little bit of a thicker tree, this one. Maybe it's a big one. She's a big boy, that one. Bloop. And is that a two-piece? Sure. Like a train again. I hate how you can't hear the train coming. It's so scary. It's like, oh, there's a train. Hi, train. Alright, well, we're going to put this forwarder to the test on this stuff. I mean, we got some pretty long pieces here. I know that that forwarder has a pretty short length on it for carrying stuff, but I'm sure with the straps and all the fun, we can make it work. And we'll give you a snip right about there. It'll be fun to see how accurate these trees are getting cut later on when we check them. That'll be alright. I kind of getting used to the chainsaw. At first I didn't really like the chainsaw so much, but I think I'm kind of getting used to it now. I think I'm kind of liking it. I just wish it would detect the cut a little bit better. On some trees it seems to be in a bit of a argument there. What happened there? What are you doing, you tree? There we go, for whatever reason. I thought it was on the tracks. I'm like, uh-oh. That's all we need is drop it on the tracks, then have the train just come whipping around and flip all the wood all over the place. That'd be very unfortunate. There we go. Little piece there, and one more here, and I think that's the end of this this section. Whoop. Beauty. There we go. And let's just snip it about there. Perfect. Okay, so now we should be able to come through here and pick up all of this fun stuff. Man, it feels like I'm running at an incredible speed. All right. And I want that little piece too. I think we'll leave that with the gutty stuff there. Okay, let's see what we can load onto this thing. Let's see what we can do here. So let's first grab this little guy here. Let's see how much rotation I can get out of this head here. Yep. I finally moved my mouse pad. I had a mouse pad that kind of stuck off from my my desk, and I kept banging my fingers on it when I was trying to use my joysticks at the same time as doing these videos. And I finally removed that today because it was just driving me absolutely insane. But because of where my mouse is now, I always try to reach around my joystick in a really funny way, thinking it's on the other side, and it's not. So it's pretty funny. So I always have to like reach for my mouse, and then I'm like, oh, right, it's not there anymore. I'm just gonna do these one at a time because I don't know how this grapple's kind of crappy. So. Uno at a time-o. Lock that up. And let's see what the best method is here. Just kind of want to get tilted on an angle. Right about there, I think will be perfect. Perfect indeed. Well, as long as we can actually see what we're doing, it'll be perfect. Ba-da-ba-bum. Bring it in. Oop. There we go. We'll grab this feisty little beggar right here. Oh, our grapple's out of rotation, naturally. I wonder if the Komatsu actually does have a rotation restriction. I can't imagine that being a thing. That'd be such a handicap compared to all the other companies that make these. And if they don't have a restriction, why did they make a restriction in the game? Why would you do that? Why in the wild world, oops, of science would you do such a thing? And that train is just giving her. See that thing pass lots now. They're kinda in there. That looks so ridiculous. Now, if you saw your grapple noodling like that in real life, if you were logging, man, how concerned would you be? You'd be like, oh, I think all the bolts have fallen out of the accumulating part. Whoop. All right, let's shift her up a little here. Oops, let's lock that down just because I don't want anything falling out. I mean, the lengths are pretty close. So I think we did an alright job grabbing the lengths anyway, so that's good. Let's grab, oops, let's see here. It's kind of just a wee little piece, that one. I think I'm just going to drop that right over there. And I also want to grab this bit of wood here. And I want to put that over there too, because that's coming with us. You're coming with me. And this one's a heavy piece, so we'll see how it goes here. There we go. What do we got here? More little pieces. Actually, I think I'm going to put all these little pieces way over there. Just because. Is that big piece I just grabbed? Yes, it is. Okay. B-E-A, beautiful. Oh dear Lord. Oh man. Well, I did say I was going to play this game with only in-game equipment until we get ours, so. But this is pretty violently brutal. And I think what I'll do is I'll lock this up. I'll grab those little bits on the way back and I'll put them on top. Where's the split on this one? Oh, there it is. Good. I was like, did I not split this one? Brutal. See if we can get all three. Push this grapple to its limits, which aren't that high. Just floating away. There we go. Oh. Hey, you know what? It's still better than the 2017 ones. Those ones were really horrible grapples. I'm not saying they're great. I'm just saying they're not as bad. Actually, I can probably grab that stuff now because I'm just waiting for that train to come smoke me here. Think it's too close to the tracks? Nah, I think I'll clear it. I think I'll clear it. If the train comes and smokes us, though, I mean, I asked for it, didn't I? Let's get rid of that limb. Should need a little picture here, too. I always forget to take pictures halfway through, and I'm like, oh man, I should have taken a picture, and I forgot. There we go. Alright, so let's get this big guy actually first. Actually, we'll get the big guy and the little guy. But they're not really butted up on this end, so I'll just do this one then. And I'm gonna put it on this side, I think. Oops. Beauty. Okay, now let's grab this next smallest one. And then we can start piling on this little crap now. That way a little. Oops. That would work enough. And I want that ugly thing too. Because you know what that is? That's money right there. Chad was saying that this thing, if you don't sell it, it actually resets to the point. So it'll reset back over here. So we'll try it and see what happens. Okay. So let's lock all that on there. And then we're going to kind of sneak along the track side here without taking out any telephone poles in theory. And grab these little bits here. If I can get them. Get them? Oh, come on, crappy grapple. You can do it. It's such a not a great grapple for picking stuff up. It just wants to like slip or something. I can't quite figure it out. There we go. Sometimes it does like these actually half decent grabs, and then sometimes it just sneaks away all weird like. So I don't know. Lock it up. We should probably move out of the way in case the train comes. We got one more stick we can grab. Uno Mas Sticko. Oops, this way. Oop. Is that gonna stay? Magically somehow. The tongs got it. Alright, that's it. back to battle. So there we go. We cleaned that whole hedge in one episode. I'm actually just gonna park this here because we're kind of at the end of our episode, and it's beautiful. Look at it being all majestic on the hill here. Let's get a majestic hill shot. How about it? King of the hill. All right, okay. So I'm gonna end the episode here. But next time when we come back, we're going to have to start looking for a new area because we're pretty much out of trees here now, unless we want to start go park hunting here. But so I think what we'll do next time is we'll sell part of the land here and keep our little field section, and then we'll maybe buy a new lot. I don't know. We got to explore. So yeah, if you guys like the video, leave a like, leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you're in the bush, don't forget to hug a tree. All right, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. See ya.